Hello everyone, I'm Kalen North and welcome back to Spirit Island. Today we're going to be doing another BGG solo challenge. This is the full island challenge for the month of January 2026. We're going to be playing Rising Heat of Stone and Sand on board F against France, and we're playing France 6. And the first invader card is Wetlands, and the rest will be randomized. So we've got that. I've already reset the game a few times to get the Wetlands Explorer, and let's go ahead and hit this right away. Bonus Explorer, we're going to throw in land 2. I always throw them in land 2. Now, I've played this one a couple of times as well. I have some thoughts here. I think that the strongest thing to do really on turn 1 is to do Sweltering Exhaustion and Gift of Searing Heat. Sweltering Exhaustion can skip the build in land 3 so that it just solves, and then Gift of Searing Heat gives us some energy to deal with other things. Now, we might draft something that changes my mind on that. We want a G3 here to get enough energy for that play. So let's find out what we got. Oh, Fire in the Sky, Gold's Allure. We got two things that give us strife. Oh my. Oh goodness. Now this is very. I'm feeling conflicted. I think Gold's Allure is going to be better than Fire in the Sky. They're both going to be really good. Enticing Splendor is also kind of hilarious. We could pull the town out of land 7 into land 8 and get it vulnerable to damage there. Shadows of the Burning Forest, not as appealing. It does have fire at least, but no, we're going to take Gold's Allure here and see how ridiculous we can make this. With that in mind, I am going to grow into, I think, into land 6. I was thinking about growing into land 5 potentially, just to get into a jungle. We're going to let land 7 blight turn 2, I believe. And yeah, I think I want to just go into land 6 here, get it set up, so because this is going to be where we probably set up for the Slave Rebellion with Gold's Allure here in a couple of turns. So let's Gift of Searing Heat, let's Sweltering Exhaustion. Gift of Searing Heat gives us that lovely, lovely 2 energy, and Sweltering Exhaustion solves land 3. Alright, Invaders build in the Wetlands, we will skip that build. And Invaders explore in the sands. So that's a little unfortunate, just because it would be nice to have gotten a double Explorer kill with our Scorch with Waves of Heat. But also, that's not that bad, because we're going to pull everything out of land, at least one of these lands pretty soon here. Land 1 is going to get a triangle trade build, which we can throw into land 6, thankfully. So I think that'll be okay. I think I want to put the Bonus Explorer in land 6, just because that's where I'm planning to set up sort of a kill site. Scorch with Waves of Heat. Let's take out the Explorer in land 8. Yeah, let's take out the Explorer in land 8. I think that's going to be more useful here. And then let's go ahead and grow twice, get to 3 card plays. We've got a fair amount of energy, so we're going to be able to play all 3 of these cards this turn. And I want to go into land 1, I think. But also into land 6. So let's start with land 1. And do I want the Sacred Site there? I think I do want the Sacred Site there, because I want to be able to target my innate on like land 2, for example. So let's do that. We'll play our 3 cards. We'll worry about getting our Sacred Site in land 6 in a little bit. I don't really know what we're going to do about the city that builds in land 8. Oh no, we can just take out whatever city is frustrating with our innate this turn, because we have a 2 damage innate and we can hit a city in 1 or 8, whichever one we choose. So we'll figure that out in a minute. Alright, Influx of Settlers. On the single board at the most, that's going to be us. Add a town per player split between as many different lands as possible. Okay, well that'll get us another town into land 8, or not land 8, land 6, potentially. Sandstalkers gets a beast, and Network of Support and Trade isn't going to do anything relevant here. So let's put the town in land 6. I just really want to load that land up. Yeah, that's what I want to do. Get a beast there, and then we get to defend in the lands that are not ravaging, so that's fine. Alright, Invaders build in the sands, and we'll add the town to land 5. So if they get jungles, yep, we only get a single Explorer in land 5 then. And let's put that Bonus Explorer in land... Oh, do we want him in land 8? If we put him in land 8, we could potentially set up a defend there in a minute. Although we kind of want to do that in land 1 instead. No, I think I want to clear land 1. No, I'm second guessing myself again. Let's put the Explorer in land 8. Let's put him in there. All right, so we want to Gold's Allure here. We will pull from land 1, get those guys in there, strife a town, scorch with waves of heat. I'm going to clear the city in land 1. And then I'm going to call on herders for aid in land 5. Pulling the Dahan from land 1 in there. And then we will shove everything into land 6. And then we'll put 1 Dahan into... let's put 1 Dahan into land... Let's put 1 more Dahan into land 6. Just in case we get something that makes cities there. Could be useful to deal with. And then Stinging Sandstorm, we might as well just hit something in land 8. I think we're just going to take out... I don't want to gather the presence, but I do want to kill the town. So let's reclaim here. Let's see if we can get something useful. A defend for land 8 would be really nice. But we can also just take the Blight if we have to and lose a presence there. That isn't the end of the world. We could also just skip it with Sweltering Exhaustion. So I don't think we need to like roll for a major or anything here. I think we can just take another minor and see if we get something useful. Guardian Serpents, that'll do. It'd be nice if I should have pushed that Dahan into land 8 then. Oh well. Guardian Serpents will do it. Drywood explodes in smoldering splinters. We could do that with Gift of Searing Heat to kill the city, which is kind of overkill. That's what, 3 energy to kill a city. I don't know. I don't know that any of these other ones are really all that exciting though. So I might just do that. Yeah, I think that's more fun than trying to just defend it and then wait. So let's take Drywood Explodes and Smoldering Splinters. This feels silly, but we're gonna do it. And then we'll play Gold's Allure, get another Strife into land 6, so we can get another Dahan in there when we get our Slave Rebellion in a moment. That should be, yeah, not this turn, but the next turn. And let's finish playing cards with that. So Drywood explodes into Smoldering Splinters. We're going to pay for it. We'll deal a damage to the city. Gift of Searing Heat. We will pay an energy to do a damage to the city. And then pass here. Bureaucrats adjust funding. I think this is not going to do anything, but I might be wrong. Because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 buildings. Yeah, so that doesn't do anything. Terrifying Beasts gives us 2 fear, which is nice. And then Coordinated Defense doesn't do anything. But we get 3 fear cards. So Dahan on their guard doesn't do much. Oh, each player adds Strife. That's what we want to see. We'll put some Strife in this mountain. Actually, do we want to put that Strife in that mountain? Give me a moment here. We could put the Strife in land 2 instead, which might be better. If we could get any Dahan in there in time. I don't think we can. But we are also likely to take an escalation somewhere that we could get another Dahan counterattack somewhere. Yeah, let's just put the Strife in land 6. It's fine. Explorer does not affect coastal lands. Okay. Invaders Ravage in the Sands does nothing. Build in the Jungles does very little. And Explore in the Sands. And we get an escalation. So let's put the escalation town in land 8, and then we'll Gold's Allure it into land 6. We get to add an extra Explorer. Let's put that in the jungle, where it'll die nicely in the Ravage next turn. And then we can Gold's Allure here. Let's take the Explorer and the town, Strife a town, and then Scorch with Waves of Heat clears this sand. All right, so now we need to find a way to deal with land 2. So I think we want to take probably a growth 3 here, get a 4th card and play it alongside the rest of our hand. But our hand is kind of expensive right now, so we would need to pull a 0 cost, basically, or else just underplay a little bit, which either way would be fine. I'm just trying to think about if there's anything else we can do that would be useful here. I think let's go ahead and just do this. Let's gain a power card, let's gain a minor. Portents of Disaster will do, Rain of Blood would do. We are pretty close to Terror level 2. And we are definitely going to be destroying some invaders this turn. Neither of these has particularly better elements than the other one for us, because they both have air and nothing else. So let's take Portents of Disaster, I think. I like the Fast Fear a little more. And then we can go ahead and hop into... I think I want to put my presence in land 7. Just so that we have the potential to go in there with Stinging Sandstorm plus some damage from our innate to try and clear that out. So let's play all 4 cards. And that's not going to be enough to get our level 3 innate, but it does get us our level 2 innate, which is nice. So that will clear. We will clear land 7 this turn if we want to. Portents of Disaster we'll use on land 6, because that is going to definitely have some destruction in it pretty soon because of the Slave Rebellion. We'll skip the Ravage in land 2. And hey, look, Slave Rebellion! Never saw that coming. So let's add a Strife to... I am having trouble seeing the right one, so let's click on it there. And then the Dahan, clear that, and make 4 new Dahan. Lovely. And then we have 2 Fear cards. Oh, and Urban Development first. So each city does +2 damage. That doesn't matter. Lingering Plagues doesn't really matter. Fierce Mean will generate another couple of fear. Let's put the disease... Where are we worried about things? I'm not really worried about things anywhere. Let's put the disease in land 2. Might have some kind of synergy with dealing with that town, or not town, that city shortly. Each player removes 3 health from a land with disease. Goodbye, city. All right, that disease did a lot. We can push 3 things from an inland land. I don't think we want to push anything. I think we're actually pretty happy with this, because we should just win now in the slow. Oh, well, the escalation might get in the way. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. So let's Ravage in land 5. That clears. We'll skip the Ravage in land 2 because they do still have 2 explorers. No build in the sands, and they explore in the jungles. And we can put the town in land 5, I believe. And then we can push it somewhere. Well, we can destroy it in the fast next turn, I'm pretty sure. So let's put the town in land 5. We'll add the explorer to a random sand, land 8, I guess. And then we want to Stinging Sandstorm in... Oh, no, we want to Scorch with Waves of Heat first. So we'll do that, and then deal 2 damage to the city. Stinging Sandstorm here, pull that in, delete the rest of the land, and then call on Herders for aid. We want to, I think, pull the Dahan out of land 6 and into land 5. So we'll grab 2 Dahan out of there, push the town into land 1, because that's where we have a sacred site. And the others we can just leave there, because we're going to just reclaim and win. So let's reclaim, we gain something, doesn't matter what. Here, Desiccating Winds, that's a great card. It's not really a great card, but it's a funny card here on Heat. And then we will play Gift of Searing Heat. Or even better, let's do this with Drywood Explodes into Smoldering Splinters. That'll be funny. And we can throw down some extra 0 costs too if we want to, because why not? All right, Gift of Searing Heat gives us 2 energy, and then let's Portents of Disaster, get a little more fear. And now that I'm done wasting time, let's destroy that town and win the game. All right, well, that was France 6. That went, I think, swimmingly well. we got tons of Dahan. I think there's 10 of them on the island there, if I'm not mistaken. 5, 4, and 1. So we got 10 Dahan. We got a score of 82, which is kind of ridiculous. Only 2 Blight and 10 living Dahan, so that's amazing. 9 Explorers left on the island, which would be really scary if any of them got a chance to build. But hey, we finished the game. We finished it pretty fast. Yeah. Well, thank you for watching. I strongly encourage you to check out the solo challenge on Board Game Geek. I had a lot of fun with doing it this month. These aren't my first games with these matchups, so I've definitely been trying to practice them a little bit before I did this video. But again, thanks for watching, and hope to see you on the next video. Take care.